first lady.
Hey, no! Stop! Don't!
Blood is on your hands, Bishop.
Green! Don't call the police. You go. Let's go.
You got some amazing faith here. Shame is misplaced.
No, it's not.
Okay, let me stop it, child, if I end up watching this whole 42-minute video on camera. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody had a festive Thanksgiving. I want you guys to tell me how your Thanksgiving plans was. Mine's was interesting. My family didn't come over like I hoped. One of my aunts got sick. Other one of my aunts stays in Atlanta, so she didn't come down. And then my aunt who stays in the same apartment complex as my mother and my cousins them across the street, she came up and things, but that was just pretty much it. You know, just wrapping plates. You know, Africans, you know, wrapping up plates. You know, don't nobody want to fix nothing, but everybody want a plate. You know, went to work. Honestly, I've been working all week pretty much, so I'm gonna have a nasty check, but my feet are gonna be ridiculously sore. So thank God I'm sitting on the bed talking to y'all now, because otherwise my feet would just be up in the air somewhere. Okay, so anyway, this is Greenleaf, darlings. Let's see. Amazing last episode, incredible last episode. What a show. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna have moments. Gotta get ready to go to work in a minute. So okay, so what's going on? So it began where it left off last week. Child Basie, he holding a gun, shaking and nervous, and Bishop shaking even more, shaking and nervous. Bishop is giving his best acting performance. He was just like, "You're not a killer, Basie. I know you. I killed your daddy. I know who you is." Just like, yeah, child. I mean, you good. We gonna be good. Everybody gonna be good. Please just don't kill me. Please help me. Please help me. Please don't kill me. Basically, it's just like, you got some amazing faith, Bishop. Korean just came in there. You know, I guess they printed out some papers. It was gonna give it to Bishop, and you know, he pulled the gun on Korean. Child, Korean ended up going out there to talk to Lady Mae and Sister Patty LaBelle. That came out of the sanctuary. And you know, Patty Blair was just shouting and, you know, happy and stuff because Lady Mae was gonna, you know, get a church. She was gonna get a church, you know, because she showed up and she showed out. Lady Mae, and that Asian inspired ensemble, she showed out. She did. Slade. So Corinne went to go tell Lady Mae. Lady Mae ran and rushed back there as if she was gonna do something. But Lady Mae looked like she'll take a bullet. Lady Mae's strong. Lady Mae got some different kind of strength in her, I say. So she got in there and basically went out the back door. He looked like he was gonna shoot him again, but then he just left on out. Basically, it's just really a heartbroken little boy, to be honest with you. That, you know, his daddy ain't there, and he's just, you know, just insecure, and you know, basically got all kinds of talent. You know what I mean? Hell, he was able to have his own church, you know, and run his own church successfully for a while. But you know, basically just in that scamming life, he just Mr. Ain't get right, Mr. Can't get right. So she was just like, "Are you okay? He almost killed you." Then here come Charity, and Bishop was just like, I'm fine, I'm okay. He's not okay, child. Charity called Jacob on the phone, was just like, "Look, daddy ass almost got shot dead, boom, bam, boom." Jacob hollered on the phone saying, "Get him a doctor, child." Clarissa was just like, "Look, what's going on?" She was like, "They're not calling the police, everybody's fine." That's what Jacob said to Clarissa. Clarissa was like, basic ass still out there. Was just like, I don't know what to do. And he was just like, you need to calm down. I know you think that I'm cheating on you and stuff. If y'all see me like looking over or whatever, I'm just clicking my phone, just like making sure that I don't like miss nothing. So just in case I have to stroll, I don't want the phone to go black, and then I have to type my password and all that over again. Okay, so it was just like, yeah, shit, what was I at? Yeah, Carissa was just like, child, she was just over. You know, Carissa's still mad at Jacob about him having Tasha up on the counter. And was just like, yeah, well, look. Fine, whatever. So the doctors checked Bishop out. It was just like, you okay, but tomorrow you're going to feel like crap. It's going to take a lot out of you. You're going to be stressed out. I would imagine something like that happening to me or, you know, anybody that I care about. How stressful. I wouldn't be able to sleep, to be honest with you, because the man know where your church at. And, you know, I don't know if Basie knows where the Greenleaf Manor is, but I would be nervous. You know, I'd be clank, having them down and whatever. But, you know, I guess ain't nobody really scared of Basie because they know what Basie about, child. So, you know, they didn't call the police like they wanted to. In that moment, Lady Mae and Bishop had a very intense scene. He was just like, you know, I didn't realize it, but, you know, and I'm sorry I didn't show up to the sanctuary to see you preach. But the way people are buzzing around here, it looks like you turned it out. She was just like, I did. He was just like, you know what? The church is yours. She was like, really, James? Thank you. I was just like, wow. It just took you to almost get shot dead, bam, boom, for you to get that church to go wild. I was like, Lord. So, you know, we saw Sister Patterson leave, and, you know, that was something else. So after that, we have Connie. Connie met up with the guy from the big, you know, mega churches that they're trying to join with. Y'all know Connie is the deacon board chairman, president, whatever. And she met up with Phil DeMar, I believe that's his name, of Hope and Ministries or Moore Manor, whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, you know, the chain of mega churches that, you know, this one man named Phil, I believe, Philip, whatever, he's the creator of it, and, you know, they just they take a hold of all these big mega churches and basically scheme them and scam them. But, you know, because it's a big popular thing, because there's a lot of money involved, because there's a lot of recognition and popularity and fame involved, etc. Connie have reached out to the man, the recruiter, this black dude, and just felt like this would be the best direction for the Greenleaf to go. And Connie's talking to Grace. Grace was just like, why am I here? My mama showed out yesterday. Why am I here? And it was just like, yeah, we didn't include your mama, and we want you and your mama and your daddy out. We want both of y'all out, and we actually want to bring you in as an intern so that you can come on for a year and, you know, make things happen and still keep a Greenleaf in there, so to speak, but we just don't want your messy ass parents. Connie was just like, it'd have been sex, rape, scandal, all kinds of stuff. Everybody, the whole congregation, everybody at the pew every Sunday talking about your low down dirty Uncle Mac and everything that the rest of y'all is doing. So Grace was just like, I mean, I don't know what to say. Do I need a week to think about it? She was just like, I'm gonna give your ass a week and that's about it. Grace went to go talk to Lady Mae about it. They walking outside, and, you know, Grace revealed what Connie and the rest of the deacon board want to do, that they want Lady Mae and Bishop to retire with full. How you gonna force me to retire? Well, Lady Mae and Bishop to retire with full benefits. She was just like, oh, how nice of them. And then Grace was just like, hold on, mamas, one more thing. She was like, they also want me to come on as a year. You know, it's kind of, it's an internship type of thing. Internship. She true to this. She been doing this forever, but internship. But whatever. Lady Mae flies off the handle and was just like, oh, you could have just told them no. She was like, had I told them no, they would have put Phil in charge or whoever else until they get everything squared away. Do you want that? She was like, no, but I want you to have my back. He was like, I'm just tired of you. You always in the line of betrayal and me. Oh, mama this, mama that, whoop to whoop. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everything. I'm tired of you. Lady Mae walked off all dramatic. This was obviously just a reason for her to deflect and, you know, get out of she was darting. She was running off. You know, because she didn't want to face, you know, what else Faith had to say. She just can't take Faith because A, Faith is a lot like her, and B, because of everything that Faith represents, righteousness, the right thing, being honest, telling the truth all the time. And Lady Mae is all about keeping secrets, never keeping secrets, babyface. So, as Lady Mae stormed all off, all dramatic, Grace was just like, me and Aaron took a blood test. And Lady Mae was just like, okay, and she was just like, yeah, Lionel's my daddy. She was like, so what you plan to do with this information? She was like, I don't know. She was like, well, I'm assuming you're going to tell Bishop. She was like, it would not be right for him not to know. Of course I'm going to tell Bishop. She was just like, of course you are. Who is that despite, that would just save everybody else the heartache and pain and questions. And, of course, with the rest of the family finding out that Grace is not Bishop's biological daughter, that would then cause them to turn on Lady Mae. Like Lady Mae got them to turn on Bishop once they found out the divorce was final, and also once they found out that Bishop was having an ongoing affair with Mavis, Oprah, Lady Mae's sister. So, it was just a whole thing. It was just a mess, and Grace was just like, do you have any regard? Do you even care how this makes me feel? Lady Mae was just like, do you care how this makes me feel? Lady Mae, can you imagine being married? I mean, being related to somebody like that. Being married too, but being related to somebody like that. I would. That quick. It's my little work knife. We get out the machines at work, child. Got to cut open the boxes. It ain't even sharp, child. Tied and through. Don't do nothing. That's why it's free. But anyway, so yeah, like just a mess, and she played victim again. Lady Mae, she was able to weasel herself out of the situation. She was just like, yeah, I want to apologize to you, and I didn't mean to hurt anybody, and walked off and left Grace sitting there crying, feeling sorry for her mama that caused all this foolishness. That Lynn Whitfield, hell of an actress. So Jacob, he met up with his daddy to sit and talk. It was just like, yeah, the black African attorney they hired, he said that they not fit to run Tri-Up, and he want them out of the church house. So the attorney got the church. Apparently he gonna be the next preacher at Tri-Up or whatever's going on. And I was just like, Lord, this is a hot higgity diggity dog mess. So, Jacob, he was talking to Bishop, and Bishop was just like, so what you gonna do, son? Jacob was just like, I think I'm gonna hit up Mama and, see if she needs some help and stuff. And it was just like, it'll be glad to have you back. But he was just like, speaking of Mama, we about to have this board meeting with Connie and the Deacon board and everybody. And your mama finna cuss them out. Lady Mae ended up giving her best speech once again, which is like, due to the incredible round of applause and the imperative scenery and the moments of the moments, I am the choice. Maybe it makes sense, whatever. She was like, I am the best person for the job, and I have the bishop's blessing. Kind of just like, we want both of y'all out. We want both of y'all to retire. We want both of y'all out. And Grace was just like, yeah. Lady Mae was just like, yeah, I found out. Grace told me. Connie was just like, why the hell are you wasting our time? Lady Mae was just like, one thing I've realized, Connie, is that you a snake. And if the whole congregation knew who you really are, that you have been conspiring against me, conspiring against us, they would launch you from the roof in a water cannon. I was like, ooh. And then what she say? She said she's a Judas in a bad pantsuit. I was like, no, Lady Mae. Child, Connie handed over the documents as Whitney said, show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. What, Diane? Show me the receipts. Other members of the church, child, they ended up showing Lady Mae the receipts, child. They basically they had over 2,000 signatures. It was a petition to get Lady Mae and Bishop on up out of there. Lady Mae's mouth was hanging open. She didn't know what to do. Connie just is tight-lipped, and Bishop, Lady Mae walked off. I thought she was gonna slap Connie. But she didn't. She's still a church woman. And she walked on out, and Bishop and Jacob was in there, seeing the whole thing. Bishop was just like, I'm ready to retire, but she didn't deserve that. Connie was just like, for the past 40 years, it's about what the people want. It's not about y'all. Connie had enough. She was like, I am the leader of this usher board and this deacon board, and I'm the chairman, the president. I oversee this church. I done dedicated my whole life to this church. We want y'all out. Bishop was just like, but what you getting ready to sign on is a bop. They ain't nothing but scammers. They're gonna take all the congregation's money, and I'm sure they write you a check for all this foolishness, because I'm sure they're gonna told you everything. Connie be wearing some bad pantsuits, so I'm sure they're expensive. So, and her hair always done. So yeah, I'm sure they done wrote Sister Connie a check, and the people just don't know about it. I was like, oh Lord. So Lady Mae, she met up with so Lady Mae was still there walking around. She was huffing and puffing. She was upset about that thing. She ended up meeting up with Bishop. He was in his office talking to Corinne, and Lady Mae actually invited Bishop over to eat. She was like, I'll cook. Marisol off tonight. So let's see. Let's put you on over to Jacob's them. And Jacob and Carissa, they send up the table for what? I don't know. But they're talking, and Carissa was just like, so who gonna be in charge of the church? He was like, well, Grace is gonna be in charge of the church for a while. And I was possibly thinking about going in with her or whatever, so that I can be kind of her assistant. She was like, well, that's what you need to do. And Jacob was just like, well, why do you care about it? Carissa said, I'm gonna need child support. I screamed. Jacob even laughed. That Carissa's back. That's all I have to say. That damn Carissa, she was just like, yeah, we might as well just stay on together, because you're not going to be able to seize this opportunity without me. I see that now. Ooh, Carissa knows she talked to that man like a dog. That's why he went out there was cheating on all them different women's. You put that man down into the ground. You basically called him low down, dirty, and stupid. Ooh, Carissa. So anyway, he was just like, but apparently Jacob liked all that verbal abuse, because he started eating her out on the counter. So I was like, Lord have mercy. I hope they just clean off the table before the kids and stuff come, because otherwise it's gonna become all over the cups. I thought that was inappropriate. So after that, we see Lady Mae and Bishop. And Lady Mae, when she was talking to Grace earlier, she agreed that she was going to tell Bishop about the fact that Grace is not his biological child. She was just like, Lionel is the father of Grace. She was just like, okay. He was like, okay, now we're even. She was like, what? That's all you have to say? My biggest, deepest secret? He was like, well, it's not really a secret, is it? So, like I said in earlier past reviews, that I'm assuming that Bishop already knew. He had to know that Grace wasn't his biological child. But he didn't care. He raised her as his own, and that's what a good black man does. So she was upset, and they hugged and embraced, and she even asked James to come back to the house. I'm like, wow, Lady Mae. So both of y'all down and out. Both of y'all left with nothing, and now all of a sudden you want the man back. But had you got the church and got what you wanted exactly, would you have wanted James back? You see how Africans do. You see how black folks do. When they down and out, they want you to be down with them. But it's just a people thing. I don't know why I'm just saying black folks. But I'm talking about black folks because I'm black. That's my experience. I don't talk about anybody else's. I don't know. But everybody got some shit with them. Everybody. So anyway. I was just like, okay, Lady Mae, I see your game, child. Now you all upset because you ain't get to get to church. James' blessing didn't matter. They put both of y'all out, and y'all going on retirement. He was like, look, I'll come back to the church. I'll come back to the Greenleaf Manor if you make up with Grace. Because there ain't no need for me to come back here, and we all can't live in love and peace and happiness. And she was just like, oh, she's just so stubborn and this and that and this. She was like, he was like, is that the reason why you've had issues with her since she was been born? She was like, yeah, that, and she's so stubborn and whoop to whoop. She just like you, Lady May. And apparently she's a lot like you. It's like you was messing around back in the day and hopping on things. Allegedly, apparently, Grace was doing the same thing. Because Rochelle revealed to us a few episodes back that she know what she did in Arizona. Maybe she just like you. Maybe that's the issue. So let's put you on over to Basie, child. Basie is at some gas station somewhere. And he talking on the phone to Tasha. And Tasha was just like, look, I made a deal with the FBI. If I confide and do whatever they tell me to do, I won't face any jail time, Basie. Basie was just like, yeah, why don't you get your sweet ass on over here? Tasha was just like, no, Basie, I'm done with you. Why do you want me, Basie? Why? She was like, Basie was like, cause you my sweet ass girl. For control, cause you're pretty, and men for control, cause you're pretty, and you know it don't seem like you got nobody else. You know, we don't know of Tasha's parents or if she got any siblings, aunties, cousins, relatives, whatever. So you know, he know what he doing is control. And she was just like, bye, Basie. So she got in her little truck and left. So I don't know if we gonna see Tasha next season. We gonna see. So anyway, Basie got to the counter to pay for his stuff. It looked like he only got a pack of gum and some alcohol, and the shit came up to $40. But y'all know at the gas stations they be overcharging. So he was like it'd be $40.17. He put the $40 on the counter, talking that gibberish. And he was looking for 17 cents. All of a sudden, this big black man, the security guard behind him, gave him 17 cents. And he was just like, oh, thank you, brother. And it's just like, oh, you just had that in your pocket. He just so happened to look up at the man. He recognized the man. Remember, I said that it's going to come back on Basie when they was at the house and they was getting ready to leave and go to Mexico, when Rochelle had pulled out the case full of money for him. And Rochelle was just like, you need to pay them rookies. He was just like, nah, I'm taking this. We going on the road, Jack. And I guess that's the rookies. That's the, you know, the crew that Basie owe. And you know them people going to come after their money, Basie. Like, Basie going to be on the run like Beyonce and Jay-Z. I was just like, Lord. Child, so he realized who it was. He scurried out of there. And it's a big truck full of them big niggas. So Rochelle, you know, was sitting outside waiting on Basie. She's like, did you get my stuff? He was like, drive, woman. Rochelle was just like, yeah, but you know, I asked for some Trident gum. Basie was like, drive, woman. And so they drove off. So Basie, I guess season 4, we're going to see Basie in the car a lot. Ducking and dodging the pimps. I was like, Lord. So Grace met up with the head of the mega churches, the white guy who Carissa was talking about, telling Jacob, oh, this would be a good opportunity, etc., etc. She met with him, and he's just telling her this whole mission statement. You know, she feels like, oh, she would be the best person for the job, and just BS. But Grace didn't buy it. You could tell by her face. And he was just saying all kinds of stuff, just scamming them. I was like, Lord have mercy. So after that scene, they really want Grace on. Grace went to go talk to her daddy. Your daddy was just like, yeah, don't trust him. She was like, I don't. She was like, look, I just recently came into some money and I want you to have it. He was like, where did you get that money from? She was like, I want you to have the money to pay off the IRS. He was like, you know what, Grace, you are my daughter, no matter what. I've loved you since birth. You are my daughter. It was a very emotional scene. Now, how Grace ended up getting the money, she ended up getting $3 million from Lionel. In Lionel's will, Lionel left Grace Greenleaf $3 million. Didn't leave his son that I've been with him from the beginning. Didn't leave his son with nothing. Ain't that awful? Just because your son gay, you didn't leave your son no money, but you left your daughter everything that's being raised by a whole nother family. Ain't that something? Oh, that's deep. Didn't leave Aaron nothing and left everything to Grace, a child that he didn't even raise. Ooh, It shook me up. Aaron was just like, you know what? I don't want nothing. You can keep all the money. Grace was just like, I'm giving the money to you. He was like, I don't want her money. I didn't have his blessing. So I don't want his money. She was just like, well, you's a true Christian. I would have been hot about that thing. I would have been hot. And I wouldn't have nothing to do with Grace. How you gonna take my money? Oh. I know it's not her fault, but still, it's like, how? That's so ugly. Ooh. If Sandra King ever. So anyway, so what else happened? So after that, they had the scene where Bishop was basically having his last church service. He got up there, said this nice little speech. It was beautiful. Everybody stood up clapping for him. Even Connie had tears in her eyes. Oh, helpful. But I was noticing that, Bishop was a little off. He was a little not steady. He was just rocking back and forth. All of a sudden, he hit the floor, child. I was like, Lord Jesus, please, no. Then we see Lady Mae rush to his side and the kids and the grandkids. And it was just like, Grandpa and Daddy, are you okay? You okay? He was just like, I love you all. I love you. But, it's time for me to die. Time for me to die. His eyes started rolling back in his head. And he had a smile on his face. I started crying. I was like, Lord, please don't let this man die. So we push on to the next day. There was a scene with Zora and Sophia. Zora, she was just like, yeah, I'm about to go to acting school and go to therapy and figure out why I let this little boy dig all in my bag and everything else. And, I'm finna get my life together. And they agreed to always just be close and, be there for one another. I was like, this is sweet. We'll see how long it lasts. So they get back into the house. We see Grace with Aaron and what's his name? Grace with Aaron and Kevin and the little baby Nathan. They put the little baby in there with Marisol, and Kevin was just like, "Is you gonna tell the people that y'all have brother and sister?" It was just like, no. Grace was like, no. Today is about Bishop, and yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. It was just like, okay. I mean, do that thing. It's up to you. So we get back in there. Carissa, she's trying to take over everything, just being Carissa. She got mad because Zora went outside with Sophia, and they went outside to go talk. And Carissa was just like, what are you doing? Where you been? I told you not to leave. She was like, I just went outside with my cousin, child. She was like, it don't matter. I don't care who you went outside with. I am the leader of this family, not your father. You let me know. If you out with your father, you send me a text message, okay? She was like, okay. I was just like, oh, Lord. She up there fixing the candles, and Lady Mae came in there, was just like, sit down, Carissa. She was like, oh, well, I'm just trying to help. She was like, sit down, Carissa. Thank you so much. See, Lady Mae is the only one that can tame Carissa. I can't wait to see a good vocal battle match between Lady Mae and Carissa next season. That's going to be nasty. Because they're both cutthroat. Yeah. Two people that's just alike, they ain't going to get along. Just like Grace and Lady Mae. But that's more so on Lady Mae as to why she can't get along with Grace. Grace seems to be open to get along with Lady Mae. So we ended up seeing Bishop. Bishop didn't die. He was just in the hospital for 2 weeks. And, he went through a lot, child. He went in there, and Lady Mae had said that she was gonna agree to get along with Grace more and try, but she can't. All that hate, all them years, it's hard to just stop hating somebody. But we gonna see. Grace ended up leading a beautiful prayer before they ate, and then it went off. Incredible season. Incredible acting. Incredible storylines. Incredible show. I love Greenleaf. As long as Greenleaf is on, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to review it. We love Greenleaf. We love Greenleaf. It's so good. Future predictions for the show. I don't know. It's pretty much up in the air at this point. They pretty much put a shiny new bow on the ending episode, so it could go either way. I wonder what Charity storyline gonna be next season. Is Charity gonna get with that the guy, the officer? Who knows? Is Aaron and Kevin gonna move? You know, how is the family gonna turn on Lady May once they found out that she slept with Lionel back in the day and got a child out of him, which is Grace? Are we gonna find out what Grace did in Arizona? Is Mavis gonna come back? Lady May's sister? What is going on? How long her and Bishop gonna last? Is there gonna be another woman that comes into Bishop life? Is Jacob gonna stay faithful, seeing as how Carissa tearing him down every other day? What's gonna happen with Tasha? Is Tasha gonna end up saving Basie life? Is Bishop gonna end up saving Basie life? Is Basie gonna need a place to stay since he on the run? Who knows? Who knows? This show is really up in the air. I don't know. Let's talk in the comments. Y'all tell me in the comments section y'all predictions for the show and then how it's gonna go. It's gonna be interesting. Great show, great season. Thank y'all for being there for me with the reviews and everything. Appreciate you, darling. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Ooh, Rochelle next season. Interesting. I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me, Mr. Chalaki, on Cash App and PayPal. At This Kings on Instagram and Twitter. At This Kings on 89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. All that good stuff. Darlings, stay black, stay tuned, and yeah, check out my future reviews, child. Greenleaf, darling. It's a wrap.